Good morning, family of God. I want to wish you all a happy, fresh new week. And I am glad that we are about to begin our week with the Word of God. Now, the verse for this week comes from the book of John, chapter 11, verse 44. John 11:44, and it says, "He who died came out bound hand and foot with grave clothes, and his face was wrapped in a cloth. And Jesus said to them, 'Loose him and let him go.'" You see, the resurrection of Lazarus is recognized by Ellen White as the greatest of Christ's miracle, which has become the most positive evidence of his divine character. There are three emphatic and significant commands that you see in this magnificent account of John 11. And these commands has to do with the returning to spiritual life of those who have died to gospel, with returning to family and church. Now, the first commandment of Jesus was, "Roll away the stone, take away the stone." Although it is true that Christ is the only one gives back life, he counts on our collaboration to prepare his action. You know, that stone that keeps the number of believers in the grave is that of believing that nothing more can be done for them. It is our stone of contempt and disapproval. It is the stone of our intolerance and indifference. Perhaps it is the stone of our pride that keeps us away from God. And Jesus looks at you and me this morning and says the same thing: roll away the stone, take away the stone. And secondly, Jesus says, "Lazarus, come forth." You know, even though there are a lot of people who are living apart from the church, they are no stranger to Christ's voice. The power that will break the world of silence in the resurrection of the last days will break the silence of the world of the spiritual dead this morning, my brothers and sisters. The shout of the Prince of Life that made echo in the slumbering of Lazarus can do the same thing to my life and your spiritual life this morning, my brothers and sisters. And finally, Jesus said, "Loose him and let him go." Now, God has brought us back to life. He has taken us out of the grave, but still some of us are still wearing that shroud and the wrap of the dead, which represents our old sinful ways, our old thoughts. And Jesus looks at us this morning and says, "Let it go, my brothers and sisters." My brothers and sisters, as you begin this week, God is willing to revive our spiritual life. He is more than happy to bring us back from that spiritual dead. And this morning, all we have to do is go on our knees, pray to him, and he's more than happy to revive us. My brothers and sisters, the question is, are you ready to draw closer to Jesus this morning? May God bless you. May you all have a wonderful week. This is Nelson Thanraj from Weekly Bread Ministry.